How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my channel and welcome back to another Diablo 4 video. Now, Diablo 4 just launched a brand new patch, and in the patch there's a number of different changes and fixes. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the patch notes for you all. So jumping right into things, it says Diablo 4 patch notes, June 3rd, 2023, patch 1.0.2. Says, hello Wanderer, we've made some balance adjustments to classes and want to provide our reasoning behind them. Overall, we're quite happy with the performance of our classes, but we know there is always room for improvement. Our goal behind these changes is to create a better, balanced, and enjoyable experience across the board. Our updates fall into three categories. While we want players to both feel and be truly powerful, some class builds and synergies are outside of our bounds for what is reasonable for the health of the game. So we are reducing their effectiveness. As an example, we generally want to avoid creating situations where players can survive unreasonably high amounts of damage for long periods of time, because it too greatly wraps our vision for how combat should be in Diablo 4. 2. Some skills and builds are not as effective as we would like, so we're pushing out some buffs to increase their strength. And then 3. Paragon glyphs are currently providing too much player power, so we're reducing their overall effectiveness. An ideal we have carried throughout the development and will uphold is that class balance is a journey, not a destination. We want more class builds to be fun, powerful, and competitive within reason. Thank you for all the support, and we'll see you in Sanctuary. So first up is the barbarian changes. The skill changes, challenging shout. Damage reduction gained from skill ranks is reduced from 4% to 2%. So there must have been some pretty tanky barbarians out there that just weren't dying, so that's getting a bit of a nerf. The legendary aspect changes for the barbarian are bold chieftain's aspect. Cooldown reduction per nearby enemy is reduced from 2.7 through 5.4 seconds down to 1.0 to 1.9 seconds. So that is a pretty massive nerf. Then the maximum cooldown reduction is from 12 to 6 seconds. So that legendary aspect is getting hit pretty hard. Then the aspect of the dire whirlwind increases the critical strike chance per second, reduced from 5 to 10% down to 3 to 8%. And then the maximum critical strike chance bonus reduced from 20 to 40%, cleared down to 9 to 24%. So I'm kind of jealous that I didn't make a barbarian, because that sounds like it was probably a lot of fun to use. So they definitely nerfed those legendary aspects for the barbarian pretty hard. So up next is the druid changes, and there's quite a few of them. For pulverize, the lucky hit chance is reduced from 33 down to 25. The lightning storm damage is increased from 32% up to 40%. So lightning storm is actually getting a bit of a buff. And in my previous video, I just made a build guide for the druid class, and it's completely based around the lightning skills. So if you go check out my previous video, this lightning storm is getting a buff, so that build is going to be even better. Then for Grizzly Rage, the damage bonus is increased from 5, 10, 15 to 6, 12, 18. So far the druid is actually even better than before. Then for the class specialization, the Obsidian Slam, skills required for bonus increased from 10 to 20, so that's getting a bit of a nerf. Calm Before the Storm, lucky hit chance reduced from 15 to 10. That's a bit of a nerf for that. Passive changes, Electric Shock, damage bonus increased from 5, 10, 15 to 6, 12, 18. And then legendary aspect changes, Shockwave aspect, damage reduced from 90, 130 to 60, 100. Then the Crash Stone aspect, critical strike damage reduced from 40 to 50 down to 30, 40, so that's getting nerfed too. And then the Lightning Dancers aspect, flat damage increased from 5.6 to 7.8. It appears that everything related to lightning damage is getting a buff, so I'm super stoked for that for my druid build. Then we have the Necromancer changes, skill changes, Blood Lance, damage is increased from 67.5 up to 80, so that's a bit of a buff right there. Army of the Dead, damage increased from 30 to 45. Cooldown reduced from 90 to 70. So Army of the Dead is getting a buff. Blood Wave, damage increased from 90 to 120. Passive changes, Shadow Blight, damage increased from 20 to 22. Grim Harvest, essence gained reduced from 369 to 246. Serration, critical strike chance reduced from 0.5, 1, and 1.5 to 0.3, 0.6, and 0.9. Then Death's Defense, maximum minion life lost in a single damage instance reduced from 75, 60, 45 to 60, 45, 30. Then for the class specializations, the raised skeleton warrior attack damage is increased by 10%. The golem attack damage is increased by 10%. Blood Golem life drain increased from 40 to 90. Blood Golem life drain healing from enemies hit increased from 4 to 5. And then the Iron Golem slam damage increased from 25 to 175%. That's insane. Then the Iron Golem shockwave damage increased from 30% to 40%. Then the Necromancer Paragon board changes. Hulking Monstrosity, Golem life and damage bonus increased from 30 to 40% life. Cult Leader damage bonus increased from 10% to 15%. So overall, the Necromancer is just getting buffs across the board. There are so many buffs there for the Necromancer. I'm super jealous of those of you that are maining a Necromancer right now because your class just got the crap buffed out of it. So the Necromancer builds out there are going to be absolutely insane after this update. Then up next is the Rogue. Skill changes, Twisting Blades. Advanced Twisting Blades cooldown reduction per enemy hit reduced from 0.25 to 0.1. Then the Advanced Twisting Blades maximum cooldown reduction reduced from 3 to 2. Then the rapid fires getting changed. Damage increased from 24% to 30%. Dark Shroud damage reduction per shadow gain from skill ranks reduced from 0.8 to 0.4. Dash enhanced dash critical strike damage bonus from 20% to 15%. Caltrops damage increased from 30% to 40%. Passive changes, conclusive critical strike chance reduced from 5, 10, 15% to 4, 8, 12%. Then legendary affix changes, repeating maximum minion life lost in a single damage instance reduced from 75, 60, 45% to 60, 45, 30%. Then up next is the changes for the sorcerer. Skill changes, Arc Lash, lucky hit chance reduced from 30 to 14%. Glinting Arc Lash cooldown reduction reduced from 0.25 to 0.15 seconds. Teleport, Shimmering Teleport's damage reduction duration reduced from 5 to 3. Then the legendary affix changes, Aspect of Control, bonus damage reduced from 30-40% down to 25-35%. Then general changes just to the overall game. Miscellaneous class changes, Druid Companions and Necromancer Minions. Maximum damage over time taken per damage instance reduced from 2% to 1% of maximum life. Then Paragon board changes, rare nodes, player attack speed nodes reduced by 50%. Then they're making a number of different changes to glyphs. All glyph bonus scaling has been reduced by 34% except for the following. Critical strike damage glyphs bonus reduced by 66%. Vulnerable glyphs bonus reduced by 66%. Glyphs bonus to rare nodes reduced by 50%. Glyphs bonus to magic nodes reduced by 40%. Glyphs bonus to cold, fire, lightning, non-physical, physical nodes reduced by 62.5%. So a lot of the glyphs are getting hit pretty hard with some nerfs. Then we have monster changes, significantly reduce the spawn rate of treasure goblins within the game, which that's a pretty weird change because I think I've only seen like 3 treasure goblins in my entire playthrough, and I've basically been playing this game non-stop since it came out, and I've only seen 3 treasure goblins, so that's definitely weird that they're nerfing the amount that you see treasure goblins. Then there's some bug fixes. They fixed the name for the Lightbearer mount. The go-to shop button from the wardrobe will now properly open the shop. They fixed an issue where if the sorcerer uses deep freeze and is affected by another effect, it caused them to be permanently stunned. And then they had miscellaneous stability and crash fixes. So that is going to do it for everything in the patch notes. It looks like there's quite a number of different buffs and nerfs. The druid class got some buffs, the necromancer got a ton of buffs, and then they did a lot of nerfs to the aspects and some of the glyphs. So let me know what you guys think of the changes down in the comment section down below. Let me know if the classic you main got buffed or nerfed. And if you guys enjoyed the video, then please consider giving it a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Hit the subscribe button, that way you guys don't miss out on any future Diablo 4 videos. And like I said earlier, if you guys want to check out my previous video where I go over an insane druid build where you basically become Thor, I will leave it linked at the end of this video. So that is going to do it for me, guys, and I will talk to you all next time.